Yeah, man, I don't know.
I'm just gonna tell the truth, and then that way, she don't know.
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
Oh.
Well, what do you know? You don't know?
What about? I don't know about the truth, man. Maybe.
Yeah, but the funny thing, we're playing around with it. A lot of people are like.
Hold on. All right, we gotta turn around the mic. Here we go. Boom. We got a hot mic.
The Cupid and the pitbull, right?
Yeah. Are you cool to just sit here?
Whatever.
All right. So 1 second. Let me just real quick.
Fine, Taylor. Saying people's names.
I never say my.
Fine, dude. Don't fucking look at me.
Don't call me dude. In your life. Welcome to the Cupid and the Pitbull podcast. We are live. It's a hot mic. Today. What about the first guest? I'm just going to give it over to him. We'll introduce him more in depth, give his press kit and his bio, his EPK, like how Diddy would do. Go ahead, take it over.
Okay. All right, what's up? This is the Cupid and the Pitbull podcast. And I'm just here as a fly on the wall. My name is Drew. But you guys can call me, at least most of my friends call me AJ. Or AJ Shaosague. Don't even ask where that name came from. But anyway, I wanted to come on the podcast today and give it a little bit of what I love to call the storytelling flavor. And you know, deep down, everyone is a storyteller that has mad stories because you live your life every day. So of course you have. But what I want to introduce, Taylor, is straight if I introduce my mini mind mural exercises. So what you do?
What the fuck you want?
Right. So I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. So what you do is just introduce some imagery. See, this is what happened with the new, as we talked about on an earlier episode, all the tech. And everyone putting their music shit out and everything like that. A lot of guys who put out stuff like, and they're rapping about shit, they're not creating any imagery, and they're not bringing you anywhere when they're telling a story or making the poem and shit. So it's just like, what I focus on, you might think it's corny or whatever, but I don't really give a fuck, because it's actually good for your brain to do imagery. So you just sit there and paint a mural with your words. For instance, there's a girl in the window looking out at the cold world, scared to leave her comfortable space. Empty pill bottles and wine glasses on the floor. She wants this life no more. Looking in the mirror, what would the world think? She doesn't think that far. All she wants to do is pop more pills and drink. Will she let her heart sink? Blah, 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 blah. Like this. No, nothing we're talking about on this show right now is about that, but we take ourselves to another space, right? How about this? It's an exercise now. Do it with me. Think of some imagery. What image comes up in your mind? For me, it's like this. A solemn blossom tree on the riverside, watching the river flow. Right? What do you think about that?
Whoa, yes.
The pink petals to heavy snow. Through pink petals and heavy snow, the tree won't forget to grow. By the river sends a seed. Red lanterns with hazy glow. The moonlight cuts through the trees upon the frost in the meadow. Blah, blah, blah. Just this space. Give yourself some mental space. How about this one I came up with this morning for my own personal mini mural? One of 3 blind mice can suddenly see. 2 are still blind, but are happy to be. Now we think about that. Why? Is there anything in your life that you don't want to see? You're happy to be the blind mice? Right? How about this? Empires from broken bones. No, let's change it. Empires from broken stones. Dead kings from broken bones. Back from the dead. Angry, sitting on broken thrones. Are there any kings that you know who have a broken throne and shit? Anyway, this is just one of my exercises to warm up my thought processes.
Don't get too much Drew Ski.
Okay, yeah, maybe we're going too far.
We're done. Welcome to the Cupid and the Pitbull podcast. We're cutting him off.
Right.
We're cutting him off. He's done.
So
you don't deserve everything right now.
Oh, well, there's a lot.
There's so much more. And how do you feel about being the first guest on the Cupid and the Pitbull podcast?
I think it's an honor, man. Because I think that a lot of people need to, in this age that we live in, you talked about tech. One of the good things is that we can all communicate with each other, right? And hear what other people are thinking. Because these days, your eyes deceive you and shit. Looking around, like, oh, that guy thinks like this, da-da-da-da-da-da. But the podcast lets you really delve into other people's minds, see what they're thinking. So I'm honored, man.
That's my brother. Let's get into it. Episode 11 was important. It was our first guest, and he was impactful. Impactful. Say it with me. Impactful. Okay, bye. If you know you're ready, fine.